The first thing, like me being kind of ignorant to either past transgressions, it's kind of it's eye opening. And people have said that this has happened, like with Tectone saying is this has happened before, or other creators saying that this has happened before, and within the last year. And I've watched like every video that's come out in the last year. Now I'm sitting here thinking like, which videos was it that maybe I got wrong info or bad info, or which one is it? So now from here on out, if he comes out with a video, the first time I'm going to be sitting there thinking, okay, well, I got this info. I got his part of the story. Where's the rest of it? Where can I find the rest of it? So it's like, it's going to be tough to watch his videos like I have been, because like I said, I would put them on when I'm doing my deliveries and just listen away and be like, wow, man, this person's really fucked up. This person's really crazy. Oh my goodness. This is wild. And then turns around that I wasn't given, and then find out now that I wasn't given the full story, or that I was given a very biased video. It is eye-opening and kind of heartbreaking, because, when it comes to YouTube and getting that kind of information, it comes with a modicum of trust and whatnot. I think at one point in time, I've actually did a react to one of his videos live on stream before, and it's just like, gosh, I feel like I'm going to be hurting myself and my own channel, my own growth by showcasing this. You know what I mean? It's really kind of gut wrenching. I'm 2 years in, but I'm still looking for the red flags and things to watch out for, and be careful about and whatnot. And then when you find someone who feels like they're credible and they know what they're doing, they got millions of views, so obviously he can't be saying anything wrong. And then turns out that now I have to sit here and question everything that's being said when I watch a video. That makes me not want to watch a video. Let's go ahead and finish this up. There we go. This one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to showcase you
really break down the situation.
Most legendary crash out you might have ever seen. Now, this one breaks my heart because it's Mujin. And Mujin was a guy who I used to be friends with until he publicly disavowed me by lying on my name multiple times and saying that he reviewed information that was actually non-existent.
I'm sorry. Thanks. I make your day. I wish I feel, honestly, my goal is if I can make at least one person's day, if I can make at least one person's day per day, that makes my day. So I'm happy to hear that. Thank you.
Mujin reviewed a document made by Mizkif and deemed that a trustworthy source and wouldn't wait till real records came out. And so he threw the baby out with the bathwater and completely backstabbed me, which is a shame because Mujin reached out to me, asked for a collab, and I approved it, and we were good ever since. But, what can you say about fair weather friends? They throw you away the moment there's even a smell of controversy, and I'm not really surprised. And it's a shame, because I used to really like Mujin. I used to really think his videos were great, but over the past year or two, I'm noticing a pattern that he doesn't really do as much research as I thought he did.
Bald, yeah.
And his ego is very fragile.
Bald tone.
Now, I want to talk about this video, and I want to talk about what happened on Twitter, but this might be the most uncomfortable crash out I have ever seen in my entire life. And I shit you not, Mujin went on Twitter and berated a woman because she wasn't pretending to be sexually assaulted or sexually harassed. This is one of the most uncomfortable things I have ever seen. And I have never seen someone yell at someone because they weren't convinced they were a victim. This shit is weird as fuck. So, in case you don't know, let me give you some context. So, what had happened was a lot of VTubers are coming out and showing innocent, harmless messages or conversations they started with Sykkuno, claiming how they're victims, how this made them so uncomfortable, even though they engaged the conversations. And so Powder, like Powder often does, says, hey guys, I was in the same situation and I was fine. Let me read you this. Let's talk about it. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But never once did I feel manipulated by this dude. He's a huge flirt, but I was incredibly aware of the tower dynamic. Also, he was just friendly.
I love how many tabs this guy has at the top of his screen. It's covered up by my my border up here but you can see all the YouTube video tabs and whatnot, and then it turns into Twitter tabs, and it's like so many tabs. I'm like, how do you keep up with this shit? Ow, teach me your ways.
Also saw some people throwing around the word predator around. I think that's unreasonable. I'm not going to sit here and cry and pretend like I'm a victim. It's very obvious to tell what his intentions were because I'm not retarded. And well, Mujin, for some reason, this is a very normal thing, by the way. Mujin freaked the f out and made one of the most uncomfortable posts I've ever seen that got triple ratioed in 3 hours. Mujin decides to quote retweet Powder in a mocking fashion, by the way, because this woman didn't want to paint herself a victim because she wasn't one. This is absolutely out of control. So Mujin is claiming that Powder is some grifting female hater who's also a female. That's like
the phrase "self-hating Negro." Honestly, I think it's funny whenever I hear that.
Comfortable thing I've ever seen is and by the way, Mujin, you talk about power dynamics. Now you have a smaller content creator expressing her point of view, and then you specifically abuse your power dynamic, saying, I'm going to use my channel and my influence, my massive influence that completely dwarfs their channel. Let's pull up some facts. So we have a small YouTuber who gets 24,000 views, 47,000.
24,000 views. Holy shit, bro! I'll be happy if I break 100. I'm happy if I break 100. 24,000 is small on YouTube. I mean, I need to get to work. I need to get the algorithm to like me. Holy shit.
37,000 views every couple months with a guy who gets millions of views every single time he posts anything that everybody believes without any checking of themselves at all, even though multiple of these videos have been completely debunked in the past year. The content has completely fallen off in the past year, completely debunked. And now you are threatening her by saying you are going to make a massive expose because she dated a black guy? Not really a good look for for this guy who claims that he is morally virtuous and is so on the woman's side, yet the moment a woman speaks out against him, she's a misogynist, and now you're gonna use your massive reach and influence to ruin her life. Not gonna lie, not a good look here. Goes even further. Also, English is my first language, and I have no idea that predator can mean a person or organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage.
This is what got people pissed off at Mujin right here. It's right here. I'm suddenly going to use the lightest definition of the word predator, and then say, "Oh, this is what I meant." This is what I meant. Okay. No. On Twitter, on the internet, 2026, if you call somebody a predator, you know exactly what people are going to think. You know exactly what people are going to say and what people are going to think. You can't be saying like, no. I meant this softball definition over here. And that's what people got pissed off at them about.
Intentionally claiming and using negligence, unintentional negligence. You think these people don't know and what you did by calling Sykkuno a predator? You have ruined his life forever.
Okay, I disagree. No, Sykkuno ruined Sykkuno's life by cheating. Mujin just threw gasoline on the fire.
You ruined his life forever. Forever! You have completely eviscerated this man's life by labeling him something that he's not. And you know what you're doing. And there's no way anybody who speaks English is like, oh, predator. Oh, that's not really that big of a deal. No, predator is a be-all, end-all, to quote XUC, late game term that you call fucking criminals. Predator can even mean rapist. And you are calling this man a predator. He's not. And you know what you're doing. And claiming that you use the weakest, most innocent version.
Right.
Anybody with an IQ above 67 knows that a predator.
IQ of 67. Fuck you, TikTok. Fuck you, TikTok. God damn it. God damn it, I forgot. Why? Why? God damn it. Whatever. Moving on.
Is a word you do not throw around. That's a predator. It's not a word you throw around lackadaisically.
And it's not. No, you are really trying to hurt somebody professionally. You're trying to career assassinate somebody when you call people predator. I mean, there's no other sugarcoating. You can't say like I was using the softball definition over here, not the one you think. It wasn't. I wasn't saying what you thought I was saying. I was saying this over here. No, he knew. He knew.
Last time I checked, you're not Somalian, so I know your IQ is above 67.
I don't know what Somalian has to do with it, but let's move on.
Final one. But it's okay. My audience gobbles up anything I say anyway. Dumbass simps claiming that this woman can only get views by pandering to simps. Which, by the way, Powder is one of the few VTuber models, and I'm going to show this. Powder is one of the few VTuber models that doesn't even abuse massive, giant, fat titties.
I don't have massive, giant, fat titties. Should I give massive? Wouldn't it be defamation? Yes. I don't know. I don't have massive titties. Should I get massive titties?
It just looks like a little elf girl with a Viking helmet on. So I don't know why we're claiming that we're just goon baiting and simp farming, but this response is terrible. And by the way, if you think I'm the only person who has this opinion.
I love the fact that Mujin was never really on the radar, so his video eventually comes out about me being canceled by my audience for secretly having dated a black guy. Like, really? Like, are you he's upset that she dated a black guy? Or people upset that she dated a black? I didn't know dating me was going to be rage bait material. Bro, don't date me. Everybody around you will be pissed. What the fuck? The fuck? You don't have big tits, but your VTuber model is sexy? Thank you.
Do you see all these tabs on the top right that say X on them? This isn't porn. These are all the other content creators who have spoken out in disgust of Mujin's actions here. And Mujin is a guy who needs to understand the power dynamic. Mujin, you have the power to cancel anybody on the internet. You have ruined many people's lives. Some deserve, some not. You gave me a lot of shit for something that I didn't even do. You said you read everything that was available when nothing was available. And you just lied on my name after everything I've done for you, which is psychotic. And you know what's crazy? I haven't even blocked you on Twitter because I'm hoping you'll come to your senses and maybe you'll apologize to me. And I'll never mention you again.
Your family
would apology, and that's okay. Let's keep going here. We have Kirsha weighing in by giving him the ticking time clock.
Oh,
After
no.
this, I'm going to be real. I believe that the Mujin doc.
Your time is running out. Oh, no. That's all you had to say.
And the Mujin Google Doc will become very apparent. And I do believe that Mujin, when he panders to mindless drones that gobble up everything he says, a lot of shit's going to come out about him. I'm sorry, guys. I don't trust faceless VTubers. I don't.
Legal mindset? Legal mindset waited? No. Oh, he's got to have fucked up if legal mindset popped up.
Says, I used to perceive, and this is a lawyer, by the way, I used to perceive Mujin as professional, but he's lost that in his handling of the Sykkuno situation and Crash Out. Now downplaying the seriousness of labeling someone a predator by presenting the mild definition is hard cope. Everyone knows the real implication behind it. Very true. That's what a lawyer thinks.
A lot of them are racist.
Lawyers,
well, that's their problem.
To a lawyer, and they believe that Mujin's video, if not retracted and adjusted, can open him up to a case of defamation because you are calling someone a predator who clearly is not. There's more. Mizunamari Puddle Yokai says, this is amazing. Mujin openly admitted to coordinating a hit piece with a crazy BPD girl who still wants to sleep with the predator instead of him. And now this meager reputation is crumbling around him. He's just lashing out at anyone he can.
BPD is bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder. I mean, your emotions go on a crazy roller coaster. Look, Stella, don't be ashamed for them. Don't be ashamed for them. You know, you are in control of you. You worry about you. Okay. You want to date a black guy, date a black guy. Okay. It doesn't. If you find a guy with dark skin who actually who's great to you, then date them. I'm not saying go date a black guy. No. If you find someone who happens to be of my skin tone, who is good to you and treats you with respect and dignity, and wants to make you their everything, then go for it. You are responsible for you. Don't worry about it. If I worried about everything my parents had to say, I probably wouldn't be on this planet anymore. Okay, you know. So that is a conversation for something else, for another time. I'm not going to get into details on that. Let's.
To desperately try and get a W. What's the saying? No pussy? Nah. I've seen what pussy does to a man, and I don't want none of that. You keep up this bullshit excuse, by the way, that predator means other things, but by the definition you invented for it, you're preying on the victims yourself. You should probably course correct on that soon. Very true. Very true. Another one. Can't wait for the Mujin doc to drop. True.
Trigger point turned on. Oh, wow.
Weighs in again. The male simp collaborators pushing Me Too narrative types like Mujin don't realize that the people they are allying with bear no loyalty. True. Disdain the male gender as a whole and won't wait to throw him under the bus for a shred of clout. And that is the goddamn truth. Lamau, a joke about Mujin. Dear period cramps. Leave her alone. Sorry you had to see that, ladies. I just get so passionate about feminism. Yes.
All right.
It is very obvious that Mujin is completely pussy crazy, trying to protect and be the defender of these e-girls. And in the end, he's completely obliterating his own credibility, which means every single video that comes after, people are going to take with a grain of salt. Guys,
I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. Great. I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. If the next video that pops up, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because I'm going to sit here and question. And like, again, I'm coming from a person who watched and listens to and basically absorbs Mujin videos. I mean, I'll show you after the video. I will show you, like, if you look up Mujin, you'll see full red bars on most of his videos because I listen and I like his videos a lot. Now from here on out, anytime he pops up on my timeline, I'm gonna be like, well, I mean, I'll watch it, but in the back of my head, I'm be like, let's look at something else,
I'm not gonna lie, Mujin's video on Saikuno is the most disliked video of all time in the history of his channel, and I'm gonna show you this with facts. This new video, while getting 73,000 likes, also got 7,000 dislikes. This is a 10% dislike ratio, the highest ever on any of Mujin's videos, because usually people mindlessly accept everything he says, but now
I was one of them.
Now, because of this, everything that he says going forward is going to be taken with a grain of salt, because there is now not one, not two, not three, but 5 different instances of Mujin talking about something like he knows something when he doesn't. All of this over getting some e-pussy. Well, in that case, notorious predator Mujin crashes out after his recent hit pieces met with massive criticism after being placed under scrutiny. People have noticed how his predatory behavior has ruined the reputation of many. Is this the end of this predator?
Good Lord. How to have your shit turned around on you. Oh no. Oh no.
Mujin, by your own logic, you would be a predator, preying victim on Powder, because she's a smaller content creator than you, and you are taking advantage of that fact, trying to bully her into silence. So by your own definition, Mujin, you are now a predator.
Yeah.
Really not a good look, and you need to understand what your actions are causing. I look forward to an apology soon, unless you're going to double down and go in on everybody. Take out your aggression on another harmless individual. Mujin is crashing out. Everyone knows that when it comes to YouTube and it's canceling people. When people say the person is a predator, everyone instinctively knows it's referring to an individual that's taking advantage of children.
There you go, right there. Boom. It's like I said earlier. You know, it's like you automatically assume that a minor is involved when you hear the word predator, especially on Twitter in 2026, Twitter, YouTube in 2026. You know, if I see a giant thumbnail, if I'm on YouTube and I see a giant thumbnail with someone's face and it says predator, that's what I'm thinking. That's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like, oh God, dude, what? Leave the kids alone. You know, are you having that much of a hard time with legal adults that you have to go after kids? What the fuck's wrong with people? That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Not someone who takes advantage of someone with smaller status, you know?
True. Mujin wanted to use the word predator to mislead people into believing that Sykkuno was trying to manipulate children for sexual reasons. True. In reality, this wasn't the case. All of the victims were adults. Now, when he gets backlash, he hides behind a technicality and goes, but actually predator means taking advantage of people. Obviously, calling someone a predator, then letting the viewers assume the worst case scenario is better than simply calling Sykkuno a cheater. And all of this was for the sakes of clicks.
Like literally, if the whole thing was about, Sykkuno cheated on his girlfriend, nobody would bat an eye. It'd be like, oh, what a scumbag. Okay, let me get back to my Minecraft.
Scummy, cheating e-boy wouldn't have gotten as much attention, so you had to participate with Mal in escalating it, adding crap like dangerous predator and evil manipulator. True. I'm going to laugh when a woman inevitably comes forward and accuses him of being a predator. True. Damn, I bet Mujin is a feminist who respects all women until they have a different opinion than him. What is this? Exactly. Another one, crashing out. He made a biased video. Everyone saw it. This isn't the first time that you've been biased. Mal was upset she wasn't the only girl that Sykkuno DM'd. As for the actual victim, his girlfriend, did any of you ask her if she wanted this made public? True. Never have I seen a man lack so much self-worth barely 4 months into the year. You'd rather be the lapdog of your own downtown slumlord hooker than get a real job. Now,
Wow.
I know you're dating these girls. Frankly, they can do better than dating a drama slop tuber. Mujin's crash out has been delicious to watch. Why be credible and have some journalistic integrity when you can just be first?
Oh my God, dude, this is journalism right here, right now. In general, you gotta be first. You gotta be first. Don't care if you're right. You just gotta be first. Oh my goodness.
Mujin, probably. Could it be that you're retarded?
God,
Holy
that
crash out, dude. Are you being serious? You skipped looking at replies under Mujin's tweet and people shitting on him. I'll pull it up right now. We'll read that at the end. All she said was, yes, he's a cheater, and that deserves criticism.
True,
but
yes.
no, she personally didn't feel manipulated, and calling him a predator might be taking it a bit too far. That's not excusing him of being a cheater. People can have opinions on how you handle the situation. Also, fantasizing about making some hit piece exposing someone's relationship because they make edgy jokes online, what the f? That's real weird. Someone clearly can't take up any type of critique without crashing out. You really are an unreliable narrator. Very true. Dickers points out that Mujin wants to make it seem like he is less involved in the allegations against Sykkuno by unfollowing the accusers before screenshotting.
Oh no. Oh, did he unfollow? I won't say every single video he's made is invalid, to be fair. I won't say every single video he's made is invalid, but the thing is now anytime I watch a video of Mujin's, if I watch a video of Mujin's anymore, let's not kid ourselves. I probably will, but I'm going to have that seed of doubt in the back of my head from here on out, because, you know, once stuff like this comes out, the first thing, like me being kind of ignorant to either past transgressions, it's kind of, it's eye-opening. And people have said that this has happened, like with Tectone saying is this has happened before, or other creators saying that this has happened before and within the last year. And I've watched like every video that's come out in the last year. Now I'm sitting here thinking like, which videos was it that you know, maybe I got wrong info or bad info, or which one is it? So now from here on out, if he comes out with a video, the first time I'm going to be sitting there thinking, okay, well, I got this info. I got his part of the story, what else, you know, where's the rest of it? Where can I find the rest of it, you know? So it's like, mm, it's going to be tough to watch his videos like I have been, because like I said, I would put them on when I'm doing my deliveries and just listen away and be like, wow, man, this person's really fucked up. This person's really crazy. Oh my goodness. This is wild. And then turns around that I wasn't given, and then find out now that I wasn't given the full story, or that I was given a very biased video. It is eye-opening and kind of heartbreaking, because, you know, when it comes to YouTube and getting that kind of information, it comes with a modicum of trust and whatnot. I think at one point in time, I've actually did a react to one of his videos live on stream before. And it's just like, gosh, you know, I feel like I'm going to be hurting myself and my own channel, you know, my own growth by showcasing this, you know what I mean? It's really kind of gut wrenching, you know. I just, you know, I'm still kind of learning about the VTuber sphere and trying to, you know, look for the red flags and look. I mean, I'm 2 years in, but I'm still looking for the red flags and things to watch out for, and things to, you know, be careful about and whatnot. And then when you find someone who feels like they're credible and they know what they're doing, they got millions of views, so obviously he can't be saying anything wrong. And then turns out that, you know, now I have to sit here and question everything that's being said when I watch a video. That makes me not want to watch a video. Let's go ahead and finish this up.
The doc Mujin shows is named Exposing Saikuno, but the doc publicly shared is copy of Exposing Saikuno.
And he didn't follow her back? I'm telling you. Through the course of this drama, there is an effort for Mujin to portray himself as if these guys are like totally independent and he's just commenting on the fucking story.
The fact that he, I don't know for sure. I mean, it doesn't show, but the fact that it said he unfollowed the person, the accuser, to do the video, then put a screenshot to show that he's not. Oh, I'm not affiliated. I'm not really affiliated with this person. You know, this is a third party coming to me with this info. This is almost, I hate to say it, but I'm getting vibes of when Cat Liente went after Doki Bird, and basically the Google Doc she read was her own Google Doc. It's like, oh yeah, I got this tea that's piping hot. I wrote this shit, and I'm gonna go over it. No, absolutely no. That's not how this works.
Counterpose, okay? So me and Mujin have been friends, and it's been one of my confidants this entire time.
Yep.
But he doesn't acknowledge that he had a big hand in that Twitter document. He doesn't acknowledge that he's like helped with the drama behind the scenes, and he's pretending as though he doesn't follow her on Twitter. Okay, buddy. All right, man.
Now, that's completely fine to help people behind the scenes. But when you're making a post like that and you're acting like it's from an unbiased perspective, that is fraudulently disingenuous. It's very important to acknowledge what you've done before making an expose on that and declaring your bias. I do that every video. Like I said, Mujin is not a good person, as evident by his disgusting, sarcastic post against Powder that is filled with pure ad hominem smear, complete with actual racist relationship angle that especially comes off as fetishizing, creepy, and irrelevant to the core drama. True.
Okay.
It's almost always the case that men who proclaim their defense of women and those who shout lack of racism are some of the most racist and sexist people in the world. This post was the truest form of that evidence, attacking a female CC in a way that absolutely atrocious. That shit was weird as fuck. So, the next time you end up encountering one of these left-coded male feminist types, just beware, they're willing to go scorched earth just to maintain their ego. Very true. Elfin Psyop seems to have done some damage to Mujin's psyche. Very true. Mujin actively destroying his reputation for clicks. It's insane. Destiny perfectly summarized the Saikuno drama.
Oh,
now, this is
Destiny had a base take. What?
Kind of a weird guy, but I'm wearing the helmet.
I'm not a big fan of Destiny. Okay. I'm not a big fan of Destiny. To be perfectly honest with you, you know, I'm just gonna put that out there. But he does have some base takes here and there, and I'll give him credit for that. You know, he does have some base takes. I don't agree with him on everything, on a lot of things, but when he has a good point, he has a good point. So if he has a good point about this, then I'm here. I'm for it.
I'm out. Hear him out. Let's hear it.
Does the whole drama boil down to him cheating? Is this literally it? Yes. The problem is well, kind of, but not really. The problem is that the girl didn't get him in the end. If Sykkuno would have agreed to date her, then nothing would have been written. It would have been fine.
Right. If he was like, okay, I'm yours, then we would not be hearing this story.
Absolutely fucking truth nuke. Destiny goes in again. Once again, everybody's been saying this. It's nice hearing this from another person.
All of this can be explained in 20 seconds of the video between that one girl and Sykkuno. It can all be explained in 20 seconds. And it's the idea that if they don't get what they want in the end, then they can flip it onto the guy who's being an abuser. One of the huge paradigm shifts that needs to happen, in that you can read it in the very beginning of this girl's thing. Here's a huge paradigm shift that needs to happen. It'll never happen. I've given up on society. I don't give a fuck about anything. Okay? But this is what needs to happen. But it won't happen, okay? When a woman says to you, there's this guy, and I really like him, but the thing is, he'll only hang out with me when I guarantee him sex. Every single time that story is presented in left spaces, it's seen as the guy manipulating the woman.
True.
But that is 100% a two-way street.
Yep.
But if you would
It
even
is a two-way
apply
street,
the
yes.
opposite, people lose their mind. Because
Yep.
you could very easily flip that to, there's this girl, and I don't know how I feel about her. I don't think I would date her or whatever, but she keeps saying she wants to f me every single time she has to hang out. So like you're manipulating him just as much as he's manipulating you.
True.
The only difference, though, is that if things don't work out in the end for the girl, she can write a giant doc on the dude to try to get him destroyed because he didn't date her in the end. It's just...
We see this story.
That is
far too
wild.
often. You watch the streams. Clearly, the woman is madly in love with the man. The man moves on, realizes the woman isn't good for him. And then the woman says, I love you. Please be with me. I want to have your kids. I want to marry you. And the guy says, I just don't think it would work out. Sorry, no hard feelings, but I'm gonna look for a woman that I actually think I'm compatible with. No, you can't. If I can't have him, nobody can. He's going after a new girl. He's a rapist. He's an abuser. He's a manipulator. He's a predator. Please, he has to be alone because if I can't have him, nobody can. A tale as old as time.
No.
And we see it over and over and over and over and over. Guys, type 1 if you've seen that happen 5 times in the past year. Sykkuno was living with his girlfriend, who he struggled to actually break up with, even though the relationship was already dead.
Right.
He didn't initially tell people who were highly interested in him and actively seeking him out.
Right.
A ton of people wanted to sleep with him and apparently wanted to move in after a day or two of talking. He cheated on said girlfriend. From what Sykkuno said himself in the voice call, it was basically girlfriend in name only. The accuser still wants a relationship with him afterwards, but got cut out of his life. And then came the very coordinated effort to turn into a full headpiece against him. True.
Jeez, this is,
Sykkuno
dude, that is a wall of text. Good Lord. One, just kidding.
is a cheater and a player. He flirted with a girl and got consenting adults, but he was living with his kind of sort of girlfriend and didn't disclose it, which is nasty. He's an asshole, but calling him dangerous or a predator is a straight up defamatory statement. That word is heavily associated with pedophiles in everyone's mind and feels like an intentional buzzword to sensationalize this and do maximum damage, rather than an actual honest take from the heart. What seems to me should be the takeaway. The VTuber space needs to chill on being horny 24/7. True. We gotta stop ripping off our clothes and engage people we barely know. Streamers in general need to be more professional and be way more skeptical of other content creators in general. When money and fame are involved, people, women included, are willing to accept, even participate in some wildly sketchy shit because it'll be beneficial. I've seen so much diabolical shit from women and men in this space over the past 5 years, all in the name of pride, greed, lust, envy, etc. It's not even funny. Tons of streamers do predatory shit. Some of it gets condemned, but the vast majority gets accepted, rewarded, and fiercely defended. Also, big streamers almost never lift up smaller ones, except for me. That's all I do. So when a massive creator
That's all I do. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't know me, so. Hit me up, I guess.
comes at you, bells should be ringing immediately. The VTuber space is an incredibly predatory space. Entire careers are built on inherently predatory dynamics for money and clout. The problem here is that he cheated on a girlfriend he didn't have the balls to break up with and wasn't completely honest with the girls who were serious and invested in the situation. Motive seemed lustful in nature, which is something we see everywhere, especially the VTuber scene, from a lot of women as well. Seems he wasn't coming from a space of romantic interest, it was just some lust from everyone all around. He's an
Right.
asshole and a player, not a pedophile, not a rapist. He's an ass and wrong for what he did, but he doesn't seem to be the only one in the wrong. His girlfriend is the clear victim here. However,
Yes, no one asks about the girlfriend though. No one asked about the girlfriend. The girlfriend was like, the girlfriend is like the only victim like I see out of all this. His girlfriend got cheated on. But no one asked about her though.
tons of streamers, women and men, are nasty and predatory. It should all be taken seriously, but it never ever is and likely never will be. Big truth nuke. Big truth galaxy nuke. Zach, it's obvious he backhand channeled with the victims. That's not a bad thing, IMO. I absolutely agree, as long as you disclose that in your hit pieces. It's also obvious that while Sykkuno is an obvious fuckboy, he was also obviously not a predator. I wish adult women would stop using the word predator to describe unfaithful guys. It waters down the word. Absolutely. Every woman who fucked this dude knew he had side chicks. They gaslit them into thinking he would be the one. Women do this all the time with semi-famous or famous guys on stream or on Instagram, then cry the minute they realize he isn't going to commit to them. True. The problem is they do more than cry. They get angry that they aren't picking
Legal mindset again.
Google Doc or run their favorite simp ally, Mujin, for a coordinated hit piece documentary that borders on defamation. This is what a lawyer thinks, bordering on defamation. Sykkuno's Discord server just got nuked. End of an era. By the way, a lot of us have moved on to another server. Let me know if you want to join. Here's the comments. The amount of buzzwords in this puke of a tweet just to describe what it comes down to. The simple word cheater is hilarious. W powder. A woman didn't step in line. Better drop the simp card. There it is. Rev says Desu says what? Azahara. I had no viewers whatsoever and became desperate after trying everything to be relevant. You just tried to shit on another content creator by colluding with one of the worst Google Docs ever created, and you did this because you wanted to have the exclusivity for views. What did this girl promise you that you'd be willing to ruin your reputation for? All of these spurgouts really make you look like a condescending No. It makes
don't say the word. No, don't say the word.
It's so comfortable.
He just said no.
A predator and saying it's not a big deal. Well, guess what the title of this video is? You say it's fair game to call someone a predator, then take your own advice. Mujin, I guess you will now, from this point forward and forever be known, you're a predator because you went on Powder knowing that she's a smaller content creator and you preyed victim on her. Pathetic, disgusting, and learn. Mujin, you used to be the fucking man. I don't know what's going on this past year, but you've turned on so many people who have had your back just in pursuit of e-girl pussy. And that shit is pathetic. And when the Google Doc comes on you and you see all these people who say they're your friends, they're all going to turn their back on you. And the ones who would have had your back, you stabbed in the back. And you know that's the goddamn truth. And that's a goddamn shame. May God have...
Bro, that is a very good breakdown of what just happened and whatnot. And again, like I said, the only reason this hits hard is because I am a Mujin fan. I was a Mujin fan. I am a Mujin fan. But seeing this crash out happen in real time and whatnot, I had to talk about it for one. But it was just like to get all this off my chest. But it's like I watched religiously. If his video dropped, I stopped whatever I was doing and watched the video. Like the Sykkuno video, I watched within it dropped. It was less than 30 minutes after dropping is when I watched it. The second I got the notification, I clicked on it and was laying in bed and watching it. So it was. It hurts to think. It hurts that probably one of my most watched YouTuber didn't pull this nonsense and everything. It kind of hurts that way, but it is what it is. It's the internet. People change. Hopefully I don't. I don't think I will. I'm too old. I'm too old to be sitting there just flip flopping like that. I believe what I believe. Ain't nobody gonna change that on me. Anyways, let's see what got sent in as far as.